EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Washington football team.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The tackle by
sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. This is the tight end, Njoku. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Gain of 22 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down, Washington.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington.
Back deep, Travis Benjamin. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
65. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Complete to J.D.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now a give, right side. It's Gibson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Brings up on 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
17, Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Travis Benjamin on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
16 yards.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Benjamin's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
At the 39-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With this Washington 7, 49ers nothing.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
65. Hey, gun.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 22-yard line.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Completes it to Benjamin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Samuel bringing in the slant, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down.
5-yard line.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
10-yard line.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. To kick off for San Francisco.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And the Washington first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. This time Haskins will look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And Washington has taken the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes this Washington 14, 49ers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Danny Johnson returning. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A big pickup of 38.
First down, Washington.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And again this time to the tailback. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and long.
Tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins.
27-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington.
17.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Travis Benjamin on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 23 yards on the play.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's get off the field, D. 56.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
By Washington.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. This is brought in by Gibson.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Washington.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Garoppolo now.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings
a
up.
play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo.
Steps away to his left. That one caught by Gibson. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Sean Davis with a pick. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Washington 31, 49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
56,
To throw is Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there. Hey, come on, stand up.
Now Garoppolo. High throw, but the catch is made. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
To kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Haskins, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Matt Ioannidis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Mike 56, Mike 56. And watch your lane.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
17, Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, 42 yards.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Washington 38, 49ers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
6-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Take it at the 37. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And this
Washington on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Haskins will throw, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. That is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he comes back with 1 complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is taken in at the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
good. Makes this Washington 38, 49ers 28.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Haskins to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To throw is Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On 1st down, it's Gibson, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39.
Garoppolo's pass intercepted by Washington. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down at the 31.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And you and I, we just looked at each other and kind of had the same thought. I don't think that we saw this result coming. If they were going to win, maybe at home, but not here on the road.
No, not at all. We thought that at the end, the strength would win out, and that didn't happen. But let's give them credit. Went on the road without being intimidated. Went on the road with not just belief, but a strong belief that they could pull it off, and took advantage of every opportunity in this one.
So for Washington,
their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.